Hello and welcome to This Thing's Got Problems. I'm Eric, and the thing that has problems today is this Triumph Tiger. It's one of those tall bikes. Can't touch the ground when you're sitting on it. They're meant for adventure, apparently. It's got a dent in the tank right by the crotchal area, and we're going to try to get that out with Eastwood's paintless dent removal kit. And what it is a hot glue gun. It has a spring-loaded puller deal. These little tabs you glue on to the paint, and you pull the dent out gradually by stepping down. Yes, down, because you start big and then go. You'll see. And we're going to try to get the dent out of this thing. Warning, before you attempt doing this yourself, which I don't think I got into while working on the bike, if there is any kind of chip, any type of scratch on this dent, do not use this because that glue will take the paint right the F off, and now you got bigger problems. So do with that information what you will, and let's check out the process and give this Eastwood paintless dent removal kit a review. All right, let's try some stuff out. Yeah. All right, a little hard to see in this light. Right there. We're gonna try to get that guy out. Yeah, this looks like a better angle. So we're gonna try to get, I don't know, let's say 40% of that out. I think we can call 40% good enough, right? Probably. And here is what we're going to be using. This kit is from Eastwood, which you can clearly read right there. Oh, come on. So, here's what you get with this. Heat gun, dent puller, springy thing, bottle for some cleanup solution. This thing that is way too harsh for the glue sticks that you're going to be using to attach these to the dent. And this is just scrape your glue off type of thing. So let's get this heated up, and I will show you how to go about doing that. All right, so before anything, get this plugged in because she needs to get hot before you can do anything. All right, so we have that cooking. And let's get it cleaned up in that area where we're gonna stick glue to it. Yep, that's right, we're using glue. You can kind of feel, when it's squeaky clean. Just gotta get the wax off. And any type of silicone or any other residue that might be left behind. There we go, should be good enough. So now we're gonna wanna pick out one of these things that's about the size of the dent, a little smaller. You don't want to take the top or around. I mean, I'll show you. All right, so obviously that, too big. You're gonna pull on, a part that's not dented. You want a little bit more in the center. That's too small. So we have to Goldilocks this thing right here and see what's gonna, kind of like around there. Seems sensual. So because this is somewhat football shaped, that's what I've chosen. We're gonna go right here. Now I'm gonna take a marker and find center, because once you put hot glue on this and it starts dripping onto your hand, you got very little time to get it slapped on there. So you wanna know, you need a point to focus on. This is thin. This might actually work. For dark colored bikes, for light colored bikes. I supplied these. They do not come in the kit. Get your own Sharpie. Go to Walgreens or something. They're everywhere. There we go. I'm going to lose that cap. Never going to see that again. Find center-ish. That seems close enough. So you definitely want your glue more even than what I just did. I was trying to hold the camera and shoot the glue and get it on there all before it's set up. And I'll probably have to do this again. Practice. And then, you know, you'll do better. All right, so let's get this right there. Slid over this right here. And just start pumping. Yep, I let it set up too much. Do it again. And attempt number 2. It's on there. When you want to get this off, you just kind of, and then, you know, most of it pops off, and you can just use rubbing alcohol or whatever you got around. This is holding better, so just, you know, just work it a little. Don't go too far because you will pull it, you know, the opposite way, and that's just as bad. So it's getting a little better, and now moving to a smaller puller plasticky glue tip thing. This works, just not one-handed. We are getting there. A couple more tug and pulls, and then I'm gonna call it on this one. All right, so here's the limitations of this kit. These things, they only go so small. We tried making one, excuse me, right here. Just doesn't seem to, you know, it doesn't hold like you'd want it to. So I guess I'll just show you how it came out. It's, yeah. All right, so it's definitely better. You know, it's not that massive thing, but right there, I mean, you can still kind of see it, but it's because, you know, those little, I don't know what they're called, those little blue things, they only get so small, and then they just don't really hold anymore. So it limits you to like 70% at best. Essentially, the Eastwood kit sucks. But for 60 bucks, I mean, it is what it is. I hate that saying, but it's pretty true. You get $60 repairs. And, you know, if you're just going for slightly better, that's what you got. All right, so what have we learned today? Well, we learned that, well, when I said in the video that this kit kind of sucks, well, it kind of does. It's not great. Granted, it works a little better on cars that are a thinner gauge metal than most motorcycles, at least from what I have seen. Um, there is a joke at work where my boss will say, "Hey, can you get this dent out?" And I say, "I can get 70% of it." And that's about the limit of this kit. You can get about 70% of the dents out before the limitations of the kit itself come into play. Again, the tabs. If you want to keep, you got to keep getting smaller to get the smaller dent out as you go, and then you run out of sizes. That's a huge problem. We try to whittle down one, and it's the stuff relies more on suction than the glue itself. I believe. I believe the glue makes a suction, and that is why you have to use more than you think you do. And it's not, you can't get a suction with the little tiny ones. At least in this kit, I've seen some kits that go really small. I don't know how they're doing it. I haven't tried it yet. This is specifically the Eastwood stuff. And dog is here. Hey, buddy, girl. So is the kit worth it for 60 something bucks? And you got a bunch of dents on your car? Yeah, probably. Is it worth it to get a big golf ball sized thing out and have, a tiny dime sized thing still there? Probably. You'll know the dent is there. Most people won't as they walk past it. It kind of sucks, but again, for the money, I guess it like I said, it is what it is. Don't expect too much out of it. Uh, Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing. And apparently the shorts that I've been throwing up there are quite enjoyable. It seems to be getting a good reaction out of it. Those are just jokes. The shorts, I try to keep them automotive related. And other than that, I mean, it's goof off stuff. It's not to be taken too seriously, but a couple of them have gone pretty well. And I don't know if I want to embarrass him. Everyone's got that one guy you work with. He's so memeable, and he seems to work in everything. And but I don't want him being that guy. That dude with the vein staring at the computer. You got I don't want him to be that guy in 20 years looking back going, freaking Eric went and memed me, and now I can't get away from it. I'm going to consider it still, though, because sometimes you can be a jerk. Thanks again, and we will see you next time with something. I don't know.